This is our story about how we left hectic business lives to go sailing with Frida Visby and our cat Lisa. Our goal is to sail the Mediterranean Sea. We travel to get new views, experiences, meet new people. This is a journey to gain new skills, be mindful and increase happiness. Captain Anders, First Mate Gitte, the captain Lisa, and our boat Frida Visby. Today is the start of our biggest adventure. If you have questions about our trip or our boat, please leave a comment below. Not a spaceship, beautiful sunrise. In the last episode we sailed to Ystad, where Eric and Anna came and picked us up, and we visited my mom. And before we left we managed to look at Ystad Skeppshandel, the local chandlery, which is almost like a museum. In this episode we make the 165 nautical miles long crossing from Ystad to Stickenhörn near Kiel.
The wind died down. Coming back. We knew it would be great weather.
Yeah, they have forecasted shifting winds with squalls. We reverse our trip from spring and we sail from Kiel to Ystad. Now it's just cloudy. But the wind is changing in directions and force. And back there we see Asta to Ystad. Bye bye Ystad. And bye bye Sweden. Because now we are heading for Kiel and going south. From one of our viewers, this is how the saloon looks like in the valley, and this is also how much you hear the engine while we are on the way.
Har vi gjort 40 distansminuter. 11 kvar till vi svänger runt Finnmark.
And there is the construction site of a big new Danish wind park. We had to go around it when we arrived in April, and we have to go around it now again. När vi har experimenterat och stängt av motorn.
Attention all ships in the area of the Skeledren. Skeledren to request information service, please listen to the jet channel 71.
This is Sweden Traffic with time and safety information.
Meteorological warning, Baltic Sea area. Friday afternoon southeast 15. Swedish navigational warning. 2, 1, 6.
Det är svagare.
20 seconds.
Ja. Ja, här blåser det väl inte.
Nej, det var jättemycket.
Lite lutande tillvaro i galleri. Som man ser på spisen. Så låter en gimbal. Today we will have vegetarian meal. So here I made some Vego beefs from green lenses on tin. Some green peas, parsley, garlic, onion, that has been mixed together. And then I had some breadcrumbs and some bean and wheat flour, salt, pepper, coriander, and an egg to bind it all together. So that's the beef. And here we have some hard white cheese, halloumi style. Some Turkish yogurt with olive oil and garlic, salt and pepper. And some cucumber with lemon, parsley, salt, pepper and sugar to make it a little bit sweeter. So, big meal on Fridtjof Visby on the Baltic Sea. A rainy day. And here is the final result. Okay, just in time to have dinner with Mons Klint as background.
Sailing in 7 knots.
Anders looks so focused when he's trimming the sails. I just love to sit and just watch the glimmering water. It's so relaxing. And Anders is not content. Trying to fix it. The wind is very shifting. Sometimes it's not hard, but a bit stronger. And sometimes there is like no wind.
Nu vart det lite lugnare.
Did you manage to fix it?
Yep.
What was it that was wrong?
That strap at the back of the tail that stops it from flapping. I loosened it a little bit yesterday because I thought it was too hard. It was too hard yesterday, but it wasn't in this wind. Today it was needed to be that hard, so I put it back again. as it was. Now it's fine.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So now,
What are we doing?
we're doing 6.3 close, very close hole.
And we have,
We have 15 knots of wind.
yeah, and we have part of the Genoa and part of the main, isn't it?
We had a perfect trip, and then we saw on the news or on the weather app that it would go against us, and we said, okay, let's take all height against wind as possible. But when we came up to do that, it was had already turned. So now we have to fight our way up to.
Yeah,
But that's fine.
But-
We're getting there.
we're getting there. And at least, finally, after a cloudy and rainy day, we get to see a sunset.
Clouds are still there. That's why we have wind. Ska vi rulla in storen lite grann? Kanske ska ha lite stor ute.
Ja, en liten aning. Näsduk för att stabilisera.
Ja.
The wind just died down, so we just started the engine, let it warm up a little bit. We knew it was supposed to die down, so we're going to take in most of the sails, just leave a little bit to stabilize, and that's about it. Dark. I hope it's not getting closer. Runt innan. That is not a spaceship that has landed. It's a wind farm. Klockan är 10:06. Börjar ljusna. Och klarna upp också. Lite blå himmel här och där i alla fall. Det är ganska roligt. Jag försöker hålla utkik efter en brink som ska finnas. Ja, ganska så precis rakt fram till båten. 100 meter. Ser den. Ja, man får se den här. Kör vi inte på den i alla fall. When I look back on our route so far from Visby towards Kiel, it reminds me of the old trade route by the Hanseatic League. The Hanseatic League was a middle-aged trade corporation founded in the North German town Lübeck in the mid-12th century by German merchants that wanted to expand their trade. They quickly founded offices in London and Visby as well. The league organized Hansa Days, which was quite similar as today's fairs at different locations. The merchants traveled in groups to remote cities to conduct trade. For the sea trade, they used a completely new type of boat called the cog, which could carry large quantities of goods, as this one that can be seen at the Cog Museum in Malmö. The type of goods they traded was fur, fabric, lumber, herring, salt, and even tar. Now you know a little bit more about the Hanseatic League, so let's just enjoy this beautiful sunrise. The sun is getting up so that I can see it above the sky. Soon it's going to get a bit warmer. I think I will go down and make a little note in the logbook. We made a turn. It's very calm, no ships around. Have the wind almost directly in the nose. True wind looks quite okay, but apparent wind is no good. Especially since this is a ship traffic lane, even though it's very calm, usually not that calm. And there's one coming there, turning over there. There's one coming there from, also turning over there or there. So it's kind of like a junction where several cargo ship traffic lanes meet. So I'd like to get out of here as soon as possible. Jag har hissat segel, kocken och delar av storen för att jag ville prova och se om det gick att segla lite, men farten sjönk till 4,5 knop. Det är lite så jag har kvar motorn och då har det 6 knop, men det känns som att seglen drar, så att sparar väl lite bränsle i alla fall. So, have you helped me trim the sail now?
Yeah.
There was a couple of arrows.
Not many. Maybe the first time it was very close to perfect.
Had a little too much bag in the main.
Yeah.
But I did my best. And I knew something was wrong. I just didn't quite knew how to correct it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud anyway.
Reason to be.
That's the only way to learn, is to try and error. The sun doesn't want to quite get through, but it's quite okay anyway. You have the wind straight in the nose. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Kiel Lighthouse. Sunshine again. Nice and warm. Germany welcoming us. At least the weather is. And we have a spot in Stickenhörn Sporthafen. Quite a lot of sailing boats close to now. A bit more than the last time we were here, because at that time there was absolutely none due to Corona.
We had one other sailboat, and that was a Polish boat that was planning to go home also.
Yeah.
So we were two boats out at sea, except all carriers and tankers.
And now when I look in, it looks like there is at least 50.
We can see at least 50,
Yeah.
probably 100.
So quite a difference. But we are looking forward to get back to Stickenhörn, and hopefully this time we can explore the marina and the area around it a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe even get into Kiel, the city. There were so many boats when we approached Kiel. You had to be on constant lookout. Lots of kite surfers. Looks quite cool. The wind is pretty hard. That dark cloud gives us some strong wind just as we are about to approach Stickenhörn Harbour. But we are as ready as we can be, so we will go in anyway. We feel a bit confident, we have been here before and we know where our berths are, so we will just let our German friend over there go ahead of us. Nice to take a walk after almost, what was it? About 30 something hours, 35 hours or something on the boat. Anders is resting because he obviously didn't get much sleep tonight. So I thought I would go and find the supermarket and take a walk by myself. Back on the main street. There's a supermarket which I'm going to visit. Är detta ett båtprojekt eller är det ett kattprojekt? Har du sett Lisa? Du ska få så du kan klösa. Det blev inte så mycket, nej. Men det blev bra. Ja, funkar den där att klösa på? Ja, den funkar ju. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. In our next episode we will sail through the Kiel Canal, so don't forget to like and subscribe.